I'm Isabela Moner, I'm 16 years old, and thank you to my friend Marco Zunino and UNICEF. I've had the wonderful opportunity to visit the beautiful city of Iquitos. The first day I explored the city a little bit, and the funny thing about this place is that no one drives a car. You barely see any cars, and it's mostly just motorcycles and people just along the streets. Maybe 6 cars next to each other, 6 little motorbikes next to each other, just trying to fit onto one street because everyone has somewhere to be. And they're really, technically, there is a speed limit, but no one really follows it. We went to go take a tour on this boat. I didn't know what to expect. It was mostly just a surprise since it was my birthday and my mom had everything kind of planned out. But we went to various locations along the Amazon River, and this was before I started working with UNICEF. This was just on my day off. I got the chance to interact with many animals, wildlife, mostly wildlife that had been rescued and taken to this rehabilitation center where they were just a bunch of volunteers from different parts of the world just feeding them on a daily basis, taking care of them, learning more about these animals so they can better their environment and not continue to negatively impact it. This next part of the tour was probably one of my favorites, not only because I got to hold these precious, tropical animals, but also, this is a place where they take the animals that they see were being sold on the streets and trafficked. They're basically taking them from those people who are trying to sell them, imprisoning the people, and putting them in this safe zone until they're fully recovered and can go to a safer place. But I got to hold monkeys. One of them pooped on me, a toucan, a snake. It was amazing. After a day of connecting with some of the many things the Amazon has to offer, we took a boat ride back, a really nice boat ride during the sunset, to the hotel so I could get a long night's rest. We are having some technical issues on our way to the District of Indiana, to the surveillance center where we're just gonna get a tour, but something with the motor? I have no idea, but I'll keep you updated. The villagers greeted us with music and drums, and they walked us all the way to the surveillance center. And as soon as we arrived, I got to meet these pregnant mothers of basically around my age who had been faced with the challenge of motherhood at such a young age. And I got to actually talk to them with Marco Zunino and help them and give them advice. Not that I really have any advice for motherhood because I'm not very experienced, but it was just great to be able to talk to them and just give them words of encouragement and just let them know that the fact that they decided to raise their children and stay with their children just meant the world, and that they're very powerful and strong for making that choice. In late 2016, Zika became a big problem in Peru. UNICEF worked to spread awareness and prevention of the disease. While they were doing that, they made connections and they discovered this group, a school, where the kids took their own initiative to continue spreading awareness. We visited them, and after a warm welcoming with singing and dancing, Marco and I sat down for a group discussion. The kids mentioned how it is important to wear bug spray at night because that's actually when everyone is at the most risk of being bitten. And it's really important as well to wear long sleeve shirts, long sleeve pants, because it also lessens the risk of you getting the virus. It was nice to see that kids were actually interested in bettering their community and people outside of their families and outside of the 4 walls of their house, and actually caring to make a difference. Next, we visited a local radio station called La Voz de la Selva, which means the voice of the jungle. And it's hosted by actually these kids whose maturity goes way beyond their age. And I mean, we talked about such relevant yet under-discussed, underrated problems in the school and the environment of the community that these kids were fully aware of and fully wanted to make a change of. They accept calls from really anyone who calls the radio station, and they basically offer advice to anyone who needs any help. It doesn't matter whether it's home bullying, whether it's teachers who are underestimating them and their abilities. And really it's just these kids who are very fully aware of what's happening, and it's kids like these whose ambition will change Iquitos, and maybe one day it'll change things all around the world. I'm only 16, and who knows where my career will take me, but I know that myself and many other entertainers, that we have a greater responsibility than acting, singing, etc. We have a bigger voice, and collectively we can all change the world by getting our messages out. My message to you is to get out there, please be active, stay woke. I mean, know what's going on outside the four walls of your house, know what's happening in your community, because one small person can make a huge difference, okay? And it's very important to leave this world beautiful and clean for the future generations to come, and it's up to us to do so. So thank you, UNICEF, for allowing me to make a small difference, and I know that with continuing work with the organization, I'm going to reach my goal. And yeah, I just wanted to say thank you.